chance, and then we got the moonlit spell. Okay, so someone's taking a leap of faith. Um, y'all, everything keeps pointing to something's going to happen in the night. Okay, it says the Lord of Crowns. That's the King of Pentacles. Okay, so y'all take what resonates. Someone's taking some type of chance. It looks like with this opportunity that's going to present itself. So y'all take what resonates. If it resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to donate and all that stuff, it's down in the descriptions. Main is the Cash App $, Angel Moon 6237. I wanted to go over a couple of things with y'all first, okay? So I don't know how many of y'all was on my other channel or what, but I have to like kind of go over stuff because of it. But all my life, oh, thank you. That was like 3 days ago, 2 days ago, something like that. Anyway, all my life, like I would sit and look in the mirror when I was like, I had trouble sleeping when I was a kid. I'm really full of energy, y'all. Like I've always had tons and tons and tons of energy, okay? So I would sit and I would talk to myself in the mirror or whatever late at night and what have you, just looking at myself and that kind of stuff. What you do, when you're a kid and stuff, when you're a teenager and stuff. And I would look at my face. I would look at one side. I'd swear it that one side of my face was my mom and one side was my dad. Like I would swear it, okay? Because I would be like, that looks totally different than this side. Like, I would look at it like that, right? So I was watching this video, and this man that reads faces, okay? He was on a short. He reads faces, right? And he come out and said that our right eye, on the right side, our right eye depicts our mother's influence in the world. That's what we show to the world, okay? And our left eye depicts our father's influence, which is our private self, our privacy, what we keep inside and don't allow others to see very often, okay? And he does these things about like the shape of your face. It tells a lot about your personality and so on and so forth. But my point was that I try to tell y'all this. There's a card that says that parents were created. It's in the, I want to say it's in the life purpose cards. It might be in the past life cards. But it's saying that our influences, we get our influences from, our parents and so on and so forth. But I just wanted to tell y'all about that, how, because it's the truth. Half of us, we use, okay, the right side, our right side, that's the face that we show to the world. That's the one that we exhibit to everybody, okay? The left side is the one that we exhibit to ourselves. When we look in the mirror, that's mostly the part that we see when we look at ourselves in the mirror. We see the father's influence on our lives, okay? Not the mother's. Because we exhibit the mother's influence all the time, okay? What's the one word you would say to the word? Probably Jesus Christ. Emmanuel. Yeshua. Okay? If I had one word, it'd be Jesus. Thanks, though. All right, y'all. There's several things that I want to go over because I find okay. I was doing a lot of research yesterday on the Cabbage Patch Kids. Now, this is crazy, okay? Because I know for a fact that my granddad on my mom's side, he passed away. He passed away when my mom was 10 years old, okay? He did not know his birth date, okay? He celebrated like 2 or 3 birthdays. He didn't know what his real birthday was. He didn't even know if he was the age that they told him that he was. Okay, and so I'm looking at this Cabbage Patch stuff and the Cabbage Patch train, the orphan trains, and so on and so forth, and that makes a lot of sense. Okay, they had to be growing these babies. I mean, it's crazy how many there were. There were so many babies. Okay, and tell me how they can invent an incubator for a newborn baby that there's no parents. They got all these babies lined up in these incubators in this World's Fair in the like anomaly section, like the bearded woman and that, all these incubators in this World's Fair with no parents. There's no parents, and all these babies are like 3 pounds and shit like that. But they did say that when the very first baby that he put into an incubator, it was really small, real, it was premature, okay, and he come up with the idea because of the French hens or what have you, to put extra heat or what have you on inside of a contained thing. So he pretty much made a chicken coop for babies. Okay. Then all of a sudden, all these babies come out of nowhere. Like, they come out of nowhere. It's like he was creating, like he was making these babies. It's so crazy, okay? But apparently it was something to that shit, because every postcard, they had movies out about it, songs about My Little Cabbage Patch, and all kinds of shit, okay? So there's got to be something to that Cabbage Patch thing, okay? Were they taking these kids from other countries while they were little babies? I'm not sure, but there sure was a lot of them, a lot of babies, and they would just sell these babies. And look, these people at these World's Fairs, they would look at these babies like they'd never seen a baby before. They would be like that was some kind of anomaly, like whoa, that's a baby. Like, they were tripping out that they was babies, okay? And also, if y'all look, it's morning time here, 8:55. But good morning, Amy. Anyway, if you look at these kids from back in the day, like, if you look at them, we'll say the Little Rascals, they were Cabbage Patch Kids, okay? They come off the orphan train, okay? And all these kids were brought here or created or whatever it was, so they could go, like, till the fucking farmland and shit like that. These little bitty kids, these little bitty children, they were for sale on the side of the road or in shops or whatever you wanted. So you could go buy these kids and put them straight to work in the fucking fields, in the cotton fields and shit. They were treated like they were some type of created machine or something. It's very crazy, okay? But I want to look more into that. I think that's very very odd and strange, okay? We got something down here about, did y'all know that we've all been pronouncing Elon Musk's name wrong? His name's not Elon. It's Elon. Why are you on here, Amy? You don't even know what time of day it is. What are you on here for? Miss Donkey is called the Dragon. Hello? But anyway, so his Elon's, I'm still gonna call him Elon because that's what I know him. But look, his caretaker, nanny, whatever you want to call her, she said that because y'all know that Elon wasn't very much. Okay, well, so you say stupid shit like that? You just come into lives and just try to interrupt the message? I mean, get it fucking real, man. Like, wake the fuck up. You saying shit like that? Anyway, she swears that Elon opened a portal. He carried around these artifacts. Listen, his mom is a witch, okay? His dad is just out there. He doesn't have a relationship with his dad at all, okay? Just leave. Just leave. Don't keep on. Don't keep on. Just go and leave. Go find another random live stream to sit here and fill up the comments with nothing, with bullshit. Just go on and leave, okay? No, he doesn't live there now. He lives in America. If you would stop for a second, you might listen, you might learn something, you might hear something, you might learn something. But you just seem to want to come on here and fucking harass. Go to another random live stream, please. Anyway, so the mother, she's an avid collector, okay? And she had all these like ancient artifacts or what have you, like laying around in her like bedroom and shit, right? And the caretaker, the nanny, she didn't go near the parents' room, right? She didn't mess with the parents' room. She was the nanny for Elon. But Elon was freely, he would go in and out of there, and he'd be running around with like these little ancient artifacts and such, right? She said he went into his room. He had 2 ancient artifacts in his hand, and he was running around with them and that and that and that. He was like 6, maybe 5, she said. And she heard something, and it scared her, because she said Elon always scared her, okay? Like, he just gave her the creeps, but she watched him, what have you, because, worth it. But, I mean, at that time, he was just a little kid, okay? And she said that she went into his room, and there was a portal open, and this dark creature came out, and it scared her. She ran. She got startled and ran. So Elon came to her, and he said, "What, you don't like my friends? Why you don't like my friends?" And she was like freaking out, okay? She said she'd never ever call him by his name. If she addressed him, she called him Ellie, okay? But 90% of the time, she said she almost refused to say his name. That she said something about his name would give her the creeps. But his name is not Elon, it's El-On, okay? Or El-Leon, okay? That's how you say his name, El-Leon, okay? And there was something on there, it was talking about that is like... When you look at the word, when you break it down and you look it up in ancient text, it means antichrist, against God. So I don't know. Y'all take y'all's own take on that. I just wanted to cover those things for y'all real quick. When it comes to the Cabbage Patch Kids, okay, like if you was to go to say Ancestry.com and get your ancestor, like you get your blood tested and find out who your ancestors and such were. If you was an ancestor of a Cabbage Patch child, how would your DNA come back? If you was an ancestor of a created being from a machine, like from a fucking scientist, would that show your true I'm not sure about that, okay? That doesn't make any sense, because there's cases that people will send their shit in to Ancestry.com or what have you, and they'll tell them that they can't get an answer on their and they'll ask them to send in another sample and so on and so forth, okay? But I think that's very there's something to that, okay? Because there was definitely something that wiped out everything, and these big old huge ass buildings that are still standing. I mean, I just don't. It's just wild to me, man. We're riding around fucking horse and buggy. Can barely do that, but we can build these big old Man, get the fuck on, dude, okay? What is your tell me, ferocious gaming? What is your point in coming on here, man? Tell me. Tell me. That's ignorance. You just want to come on here and tell on other people around here? Is that why you're on here? So you can stick your foot in your mouth? Again? Just go. I'm fed up with that crap, man. Look, we got the King of Crowns, or the King of Swords. We got the Ten of Cups. Someone's seeing something in this community. We got the Ten of Platters. I'm telling you. I don't do drugs. And we got the Porter of Cups. Somebody's found out something. Somebody's fixing to bring in some kind of new opportunity. I don't want nothing from you but for you to leave. All I want is for you to go the fuck away. No, I don't want nothing from you. Go away. Just leave too, Joe. Goodbye. Harassing. Report. Harassment. I'm nothing to you. I don't want to be nothing to you. I'm not connected to you in any kind of way, shape, or form. There will be no kind of connection there. You can. You can. This is ridiculous. Immature people. Ridiculous. Man. You got the Ten of Wands. It's pretty much fucking free if I can ever get through to get the reading on. I have to wait until all these fucking harassers and immature little kids fucking get off of here. I won't charge anything. Unless you want to donate to the channel. Ignore them. Yeah, that's always worked in the past, huh? No, that's your mama. I don't do any kind of witchcraft. Your mama's a witch. Your mama's a voodoo doll witch. Why do you keep deleting them? It still shows that you commented, fool. You're just an idiot. I swear. What is your problem? Oh, thanks, Amy. I appreciate that. Thanks. Raggedy dog's gone. Raggedy dog's gone. Oh, something else, y'all. So I was looking at the old world maps, like it was really old map, before like the continents split. And they have a place. Okay, it's listed as Australien. Okay, and it's spelled like that. AUSTR and then ALIEN. Okay. This is a place that these people say that they came from Tartaria, I guess. It got like there was a big war and it got like demolished and this and that and another, and they placed all these people in this place called Australien. Okay. What is your fucking problem, man? Are you just blank? Are you just retarded? Are you just retarded? I mean, like, are you retarded? I need to know, because there's something wrong with your brain. You're disgusting. I'll have your shit taken away from you for sure, though. You bet I will. You won't have nothing left. Shut up, Amy. Just shut up. I think Ferocious Gaming's mom, because she's a voodoo bitch. Look, she probably didn't tend to him at all. Like, she probably didn't tend to him at all. Thank you, Amy. I don't need you to show me how to fucking run my channel. Thanks, though. This ain't my first rodeo. Yeah, I know you. I know you're a fucking blank and your mama's a whore. I know that. Amy, shut up! You don't even know what you're talking about, man. God dang. Why do you got to put your 2 cents in? Well, congratulations. Congratulations on that. Yeah, I know. Man, you want to be deleted too? I swear, I've been dealing with this shit right here for fucking 25 minutes. This is ridiculous. I mean, this is really ridiculous. What is your point? What I want to know what y'all's point is. Has it stopped me fucking yet? No. So what the fuck is the point in doing it? I'm still alive and I'm still alive. What's your point? Just saying. See what collective needs to know. It says the Three of Wands in reverse. We got the Enchantress. We got the Secret Way. That's two major arcanas. We got the Six of Crowns. Receiving something. You're gonna receive something and be able to go on your merry way. And we got the Lone Fairy. Looks like you're some type of beacon. You stand alone. Okay? Let's find out what's going on. Where's my book? We got the Three of Wands in reverse. Take what resonates. If it resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe. It says a struggle, a loss of energy, feeling depressed or defeated. This card represents an action movement into a new dimension. It says you may feel disempowered, so that setting a new project or long-held dream in motion may seem like too much of a struggle. So this Empress is going in some kind of new direction. You're going to go in some type of new direction, I'm telling you. But it still has something to do with your spiritual path, okay? You're just going to take it in another direction. You're going to move it towards a new direction. The Empress says, it says wisdom, intuition, depth, teaching, willfulness, modesty, the sacred feminine, fertility of imagination, and the natural world. You're going to go do something that feels more natural, okay? Secret way. Don't tell anybody your plans or what have you, okay? And keep it to yourself. It says strength, force, courage, power, ability, authority, commanding presence. It says the more traditional name for this secret way is the Strength card. Here we see a fairy willing to explore regions beyond the fairy realm. Remember in the cut, it was the fairy who went in, it was the sister who went into the fairy, okay? Being brave, taking some type of leap on herself, okay? It says his strength lies within, and his acknowledgement of the world around him indicates a connection with nature, something shared by most fairies. He does not know where the path will lead, but possesses the strength to traverse it. It says, hidden by the edges that border his lonesome track are the perils of being. It says, to which fairies are just as subject as we are. The fear of the cold iron is everywhere, and the stories of the magical realm, because it is created by mankind and is every bit as dangerous to the fairy race as fire or water can be in our own world. Okay, hold on, I gotta pee. It's talking about, y'all know that fairies are like allergic to, they can't be around iron. If I'm right, if I think I can remember, I don't believe any magical created being can be around iron. It takes away the magic. Anyway, it says here the fairy wanderer winds his way through the mysterious path, signifying his solitary strength and individuality. This secret way is as we might expect in the magical world, different from the physical realm, in that it represents strength of feeling, strength of character, even possibly moral strength, all of which are presented in the words, where fairies and mortals meet. The secret way represents the strength to keep going, even if it looks hopeless. As such, it has been described as a warrior card. Although this risk-limiting power, its strength of will transcends the bounds of human ability. Countless tales of heroic achievement, whether wayfare, exploration, sport, creativity, or beyond, are, however, very much a part of this card's meaning. In the reading, the secret way signifies eagerness and strength of inner resources to attack any problem. It also signifies a need to stop meeting every opposition in a combative way. As strength held in check remains a reserve that you can tap into when you need. Sometimes we might also need to turn to a powerful friend or guide for support, such as the solitary wanderer right there. Okay. We can see here who can help to usher in moments of truth for us to face without fear. You're about to look. I'm telling you, you're about to receive something. Um, with the Six of Crowns, it looks like you're going to go on some kind of new venture on your own. You're going to start some kind of new, different project. But while I was reading that, I feel like that you're going to get someone's going to give you like a donation or a big sum of money somehow is what I'm hearing. Okay, it keeps showing that. So clarify that Six of Crowns. The Six of Wands. Telling you, you're moving forward in some type of new venture. It says family life, housekeeping, good news, messages, progress, and triumph. This card is for those who keep a home, who care for the family, and who tend to all things domestic in order to maintain an even keel. It can also suggest the imminent arrival of someone with a message of hope or goodwill, such as the potentially being delivered through the action of the wand carried by the goblin here. This card may suggest you finding yourself revered and placed in a position of increasing strength and resilience. If you are, for example, a good team leader with all the stress that this entails, look, I'm telling you, someone says you're a perfect fit for something. They're going to make you the boss. I'm telling you. It keeps saying the same message. What else is collecting need to hear? Eight of Crowns. That's work. Eight of Pentacles. Someone wants you, they say you're the perfect fit. They want you to be the boss of something. Tell me what else collective needs to hear out of this. You're going to go somewhere. It looks like you're going to... Is collective going to go somewhere by themselves? Like, is someone going to call some collective to come to them? Says the Lady of Cups and the Fairy Lovers. No, you're going to go with somebody. It looks like you're going to elope. Y'all, I can't make it up. A brand new beginning in someplace new. You're going somewhere. You're going to move. It looks like you're moving somewhere. You're going to go somewhere new. It looks like you're going to be in charge. Is collective going to be the boss? It says the Nine of Crowns and the Seven of Cups. Take what resonates from that. Nine of Crowns. Collective going to be the boss was the question. Says worry, isolation, envy. Something about envy. Okay? It says this card is often taken to mean that a difficult choice lies ahead. One that may lead to sacrifice or loss. It can also suggest a timid person who is the victim of a slander or gossip, who lacks the strength to defend him or herself. This might be referring to someone who is close to you rather than you. Thus, you are likely to be afflicted by anxiety within yourself for the other person. The goblin here shows his concern and raises his hand to invoke peace. Okay, and then we got the Seven of Cups. It says plans, flights of fancy, illusions of success over imagination. It says this card is for the dreamer, those who fashion wonderful castles from clouds. So what is this? Is this a warning not to? Because it looks like some type of gossip was going on, some type of attack on somebody's dreams. I said, is collective going to go? Is collective going to go with this person? Is collective going to leave this? It says a bunch of anxiety and like illusions. If you are essentially a follower rather than a leader, it's a sign to be careful of being led astray on passive by the moonlight. The plans of others may seem perfect while they are in fact hollow. So they're telling you to be careful of some kind of illusion because it looks like you're going to end up leaving on your own. Tell me why this hermit card's out here. Tell me why the hermit card's out here. It says 7 of Crowns, some kind of choice. This is some kind of seed planting. Some kind of choice. Hope, new plans, perseverance, self-belief, realization of dreams. You're going to do something on your own. Somebody's trying to, we talked about this. Somebody's trying to get something that belongs to you. Trying to take it from you. Through some type of illusion. So collective is going to go off on their own. That's what it looks like. But you're going to get some type of financial, like a fan is going to donate something to you, but they want you to. It looks like they want to be with you. Is a fan going to donate to collective? Let's find out, y'all. Is a fan going to donate to collective? Because this is pointing, everything's saying that you're going to go somewhere off on your own. That's where you're going to meet somebody. After it's all settled. After everything gets settled. Is this saying that after everything's settled, collective's going to, okay. Is collective about to get a donation of some kind of lump sum of money? It says the fairy realm and the Ace of Wands. It says divine action. This is some type of divine action in your favor, collective. The fairy realm says completion, reward, universal truth, attainment, success, and liberation. Divine. It says, up until now we have been circling the entrance to the world of the fairy, perhaps putting one foot across the threshold, but seldom taking the opportunity to look around and experience the realm of magic and wonder for itself. This, the fairy realm card, indicates that it is time to go deeper, to explore and to get to know the destination that the steps of the fairy wanderer have brought us to. The crack between the worlds, the entrance to the cave, the forest, the hidden realm where the goblin market offers its riches to us, if we only dare. They're asking you to take a chance on yourself. It says this card, accepted meaning of this card, known as the traditional card as the world card, supports this, as it is, in most cases, seen as a reference to completion, to this glorious moments before the world becomes somehow transcendent to us. Here in the Goblin Market deck, the Fairy Queen, who was severe in her role as a judge in the previous card, dances in the light of the sun, broadcasting her bounty of fruit, not only in the fairy realm over which she rules, but also in our human world, as a sign of her blessing on those who seek her world with more than just curiosity. This card is mostly about success, triumph over adversity, and therefore a sense of coming home. Whether the issue has been one of life-changing complexity or simpler, everyday things, this card suggests that we have completed our journey and that the outcome is good. It implies that we have balanced any conflict that has surrounded us and that we have reached a harmonious place from which we may now review everything that has happened to us along the way. For a person in this position, the way is clear. Others will follow us when they perceive our success. Our health is good, our perception sharpened to a point of intensity, and we are the center around which other things in our life revolve. So you're about to be rewarded. Something is complete. Okay, you're just waiting on divine timing. That's what you're waiting on. Divine timing. You're going to know. God's going to let you know when it's time. Okay, you're going to just know. It says birth, beginning, creativity, invention, enterprise, and empowerment. This is a great card of beginnings. It suggests a go-forward state in which you can hardly fail in whatever enterprise you are attempting or whatever issue you are facing. It encourages you to take action and move forward with confidence. Hence the intent expression on the face of the fairy chief, holding his wand with his powerful Saeed symbol. The card is often associated with birth. Okay, this right here is a portal to step into something new. Okay, that symbol right there. I can read it to you if you want me to. It says page 22, so I can read it to you if you want me to. Okay, it says the card is often associated with birth, either an idea of or an actual child. Okay, page 22, what that little symbol is. It's going to tell me what that little symbol is. It says a special symbol to watch out for. You may notice a symbol that appears throughout the cards, sometimes small, sometimes large, sometimes just one, sometimes multiple ones. That of a small spiral with a downward bisecting line. This is an ancient image, particularly associated with the Saeed, the fairy people of Ireland, and signifying a gateway into their world. It became central to my 2004 book, The Saeed, Wisdom of the Celtic Otherworld, and has since threaded through many of my other works. So look out for this symbol as you use the deck and see if it adds to your experience of working with the Golden Goblin Market Tarot. Fairy Wonder, see this card invites us into the world and into amazing visions of the Goblet Market. It is the vision that we have done our best to replicate as clearly as possible for others to see. That's some type of like a new birth. Okay, so my question was, are you going to receive some type of donation? Okay, and it says, yeah, you're going to get rewarded for some type of work, but it's in divine timing. Okay, is collective going to go off? This person that's okay, the Lover's card that was out here, will you represent the Lover's card that was out here? Because I need to find out about that, because it's saying to use your discernment on that case, that may be somebody trying to trick you and trying to smooth talk you out of something that belongs to you. Okay, this ain't no coincidence. These fell out. It says the Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups. That's some type of proposal. It says the Three of Crowns, but this person's was collaborating with someone else. But they want to give you the cup. Something being exposed about this, okay? We're going to see what the Six of Cups is saying. The Six of Cups. Because I asked, like, should you trust this opportunity? Six of Cups, looking backwards. Forgotten past, uncertain outcome, inheritance, ancient quarrels stirred up again, strife and vanity. Knight of Cups. Invitation, proposal, attraction, compliance, arrival, conquest, and union. Three of Crowns. Sorrow, departure, separation, adversity, unrequited love, loss, and tears. Two of Cups. Relationship, empathy, friendship, attraction, passion, kindness, love, marriage, and partnership. So I guess I need one more because somebody is like they're trying to love bomb you to take something from you. One more card to clarify whether or not collected, because it looks like someone's going to leave somebody drowning. You see their hands? So let's find out. One more card to clarify. Should collective accept this proposal? Should collective accept this proposal? It says the Two of Platters and the Three of Platters. It's about money. Two platters and three platters. Let's find out. Let's find out. Says obstacles, confusion, entanglement, agitation, inconsistent results. Remember we talked about that inconsistency. If they're not being consistent with you, then they're not the one. I'm telling you. And then the Three of Platters says power, importance, distinction, reputation, and success. Okay, this card represents generous employment. This card represents the employment. So it looks like someone is like they're trying to come in. They were collaborating with someone else. The Two of Platters, although the essential meaning of this card is hindrance, blockages, distraction, and worry, it interpretation focuses on success and wealth that can grow out of the fantastic energy of the previous card, the Ace of Platters, but that in this case it's the Two of Cups. Okay, this speaks of a simple human problem that can be successful, full of bounty and well-being, only to then discover that this requires a lot of attention and time to sustain it. So something that you might have wished for in the past, it really isn't worth it. I'm telling you. It's not what you... It's like you had some type of imagination of this person or something, but this person isn't. Or this job or something. Okay? It says, as so often in a reading, the answer depends a lot on the balancing the energy of more than one card. Okay? And then in this card, it goes straight into some kind of gainful employment. Okay? It says this card represents generous employment. See how the pears on the goblin's platter are offered freely in the air, with no strings attached. You may be hired to do all kinds of work and gain admiration for the way in which you achieve your aims and work well with others. The spiritual aspect of the card suggests a deepening inner awareness or coming into greater alignment with the fairy powers that support you. But in all such matters, there's a shadowy side, so that if the card appears downside up, you may find yourself unable to carry out the work, but it appears upright. So you're about to receive some type of gainful employment. I'm collective be romantically interested in this because there was some type of collaboration against this partnership. But this says that this person's bringing it to you regardless. Is this a romantic? Is this? Tell me why this Three of Crowns is out here. Tell me why the Three of Crowns, Knight of Cups is out here. It says the Star, the Ace of Platters. Someone's going to give... Look, someone doubted you. I'm telling you, they doubted you. Now they see your true potential or what have you. They want to give you a big donation. Because they fell for somebody else, or they fell for a trick of somebody else's, and now they realize that was the wrong thing. They got rid of this demon right here. Whoever the demon is, they're done with. They're coming towards you. Look, this person got rid of this. There was like a third party or something at one point. Somebody was like faking something. Now this person wants to give you some kind of great big donation. This is what it keeps saying. They want you to work as the boss. One more card. One more card to close this out. What's the end result? We got two of them. The Knight of Crowns and the Two of Wands. That's the end result right there. Bottom of the deck says the Queen's favor. We got the Knight of Crowns. This is the outcome. Somebody's about to give you some type of huge reward, y'all. That's what this has all been talking about the whole time. It's some kind of huge reward. Somebody's finding some type of direction. This is a new direction. Knight of Crowns. It says bravery, skill, strength, heroic action, championing a cause. It says the Goblin Knight is a good person to have on your side in a tight spot, and he can be ruthless and tends not to acknowledge boundaries, preferring to charge on regardless of others. While his strength is great, it is often accompanied by the lack of discipline that can make him seem wild and out of control. However, there is also a certain sense of innocence about him. In a reading, this card suggests that any of these qualities may present either in the issue that you are concerned with or in your own actions. So be careful not to get carried away in your eagerness to win. Then it says the Two of Wands. This is the outcome, y'all. It says achievement. It says dominance. It says boldness. It says new possibilities. Despite the negative interpretations of melancholy, anger, and darkness often placed on this card, it can stand for new possibilities. It's often said represent a quarrelsome, angry person who tends to clash with those in authority. But it may also be someone who is in a position of great power, who has reached the pinnacle of their life and yet finds no satisfaction. It can represent the closeness of friends, as the two goblins here to us. Okay? Saying something about, okay, this is like agreeing to disagree. Okay? And seeing someone else's other, like seeing their point or seeing their side or something. Somebody is seeing your side. Hey, I'm telling you. And they're the Queen's favor. That's the final judgment. The closing of this reading right here is the final judgment. I'm telling you. God's judgment. This is God's judgment. Whatever he says, okay? I'm telling you. This is two people that was unlikely to be together, coming together for the highest good and it working out. Do you understand? It's like they're and they're also asking you, Spirit saying, they're asking you to hear something out. Hear it out. Hear something out. Don't let your emotions get in the way, because something's bittersweet, y'all. Something's extremely bittersweet, okay? Something's going to hurt you, but you're also going to excel, okay? The Queen's favor, known as the Judgment in traditional tarot. Here in the Goblin Market, this deck is called the Queen's Favor, given that judgment of the Fairy Queen, which she willingly gives when asked, is absolute and unchanging. What she says may shift the balance of any previous intention or act. Look, this is the last word. Like someone has the last word here. It's you, collective. You're the Queen's favor. Okay? It says the Queen's position here, with one hand raised high, finger pointing, and the other low, suggests her ability to understand matters brought to her attention in both the above-ground world inhabited by humans and in the below-ground world inhabited by goblins and fairies. When this card appears in a reading, it generally stands for a call to rise from our current state of being and to prepare for change. In the fairy realm, it seems eternal and unchanging, but in reality, currents of change are ever present even there, albeit less clearly observable than in our own world during the centuries in which we have become aware of the existence of the fairy kind. Much has changed that has forced them to change also. We are both nearer and further than our closest otherworldly neighbors than at any time before. Some people will see this card as referring to a judgmental figure or an organization that has power over them. Others will see it as a need to engage their own inner judge, setting out the pros and cons of a situation in order to decide for themselves an appropriate action. In most readings, however, the Queen's favor suggests a need for change. Just how radical will depend on the nature of the issue and the circumstances surrounding it. It can be anything from a simple shift in the way we view our situation to a complete change in the direction of our lives. This card is judgment, change, renewal, self-assessment. Okay, yellow, quit. Hey, man. Look, just let me open this, y'all. God almighty, why do you do that shit? It says it's judgment, change, renewal, self-assessment, strong opinions, outcome, promotions, and decisions. Going in a new direction, collective. Take what resonates. If it resonates for you, this is for entertainment purposes only. If it resonates with you, hit the like button. Show me. Leave a comment, okay? Let me know how it's resonating with you, okay? But they're telling you you're about to go in a whole totally new direction. In some type of work. You're apparently you're going to get either a lottery or a fucking inheritance, but this is not no chump change that you're about to receive, collective. You're about to receive some type of huge reward, okay? Whether, like I told y'all, whether that be whether that be like in the form of if God has something for you, if it's meant for you, it doesn't matter what form it comes in. Do you understand? Like, okay, say you did have an inheritance and somebody stole your inheritance and they spent it, okay? Well, that person's going to be caught. They're going to pay a price, and God's going to provide you with something better. Do you understand? It's going to be better than the thing that you was going to get in the first place. Okay? Just keep that in mind, okay? Look. Spiritual wisdom. Pray, y'all. And like I said, trust God. All right, tell me what collector needs to hear out of these, because there's a final. You're in the very end, y'all. You're going to get the final say. Okay, you're going to get to make the final decision. Okay, and as I told y'all throughout these readings, it's showing to me whatever decision that is, you're headed down the right path on either decision. If you choose to walk it alone, it's the right path. If you choose to take this partner with you, that's the right decision as well. It's going to lead you to where you need to be, whatever this is happening. Okay? So you don't need to stress on, oh my God, what am I going to say? What do I need to do? What do I need to answer? You don't need to stress over that. Whatever decision that you make, that was the decision that you were meant to make. Make sense? Trust your instinct. Trust your own discernment. Okay? Don't be all panicked and oh my God, I don't know what to do. Don't. Whatever decision you decide it and go with it. Okay? Don't doubt yourself. Tell me what collector needs to hear out of these cards. The Past Life Oracle. Because something from the past, it said from the beginning of the reading, it said something from the past is going to make an appearance. Ooh. Looks like some type of spiritual work, y'all. If you ask me. Don't that look like spiritual work? What else you want to tell collective out of the past? A hammer. Something about a hammer. It says, how many times have we talked about this? God almighty. Your real dad may be your fan, because somebody's about to give you a big old lump sum of money. It's your birthright, something that you were meant to receive. It says knighthood and transportation. You're about to be some type of boss. There's something about the coat of arms. You're going to relocate. This is to do with a coat of arms. Like it's your family's insignia, okay? You were meant to receive this. Biblical. I think I can. I think I can. If you think you can, you can. Anything's possible. That choo-choo is making me say, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Telling you, this is to do with... Look. Man, you're somebody from... You truly receive this ancient knowledge. I'm telling you, there's something that's natural. This is something that feels natural. You almost feel like everybody can do what you do. You've always felt that way all your life. Like everybody can do this. Like this is a natural thing. No, I'm not. These are all. This is all costing everybody. They're not free. You're going to move up. You're also being seen as a protector and a provider, like of spiritual knowledge. There's something to do with your spiritual knowledge. 10 to 14. Tammy, Thomas. Whoa! I just got triggered, so I'm just not even going to say nothing about it, y'all. It says in Bible. Y'all, we're in a spiritual war. Y'all know that, right? What side are you on? I'm on Jesus. I'm on Team Jesus. What's the Bible message? What do you want to tell collective? Isaiah. It says, thus says the Lord, the Holy One of Israel and his Maker. Ask me of the things to come concerning my sons, and concerning the work of my hands, you command me. Y'all hear this, right? It's no coincidence. I have made the earth and created man on it. I, my hands, stretched out the heavens, and all their host I have commanded. I have raised him up in the righteousness, and I will direct all his ways. He shall build my city and let my exiles go free, not for price nor reward, says the Lord of hosts. You heard what I just said. You think, okay, like your gifts, the gifts that you have are very powerful. And all of your life, you kind of like walked around thinking that everybody could do that. That everybody knew, like, like they just don't listen to it or whatever. Okay, you just always thought that, but God's directed your path all of your life. Okay, and they're asking you just to trust in God. Trust that whatever decision that you make, whatever thoughts that you have about it, 14444, y'all, 1411. So y'all take that as it resonates. But you're chosen. He's directed your path. This comes naturally. This comes very naturally for you. Okay? And they're saying just trust in God. That's what it says right here. Okay? Page 889. This is Isaiah 45:11 through 13. If y'all want to reread it, okay? So take that as it resonates. As your Bible message from the index cards. I'm about to get the letters. It says, through this whole reading, This whole reading is asking you to take a leap of faith on yourself. The whole reading. Thumbs up. It's a go. Alright, let me get the letters out and see what the letters got to say. If it's resonating with you, hit the like button, subscribe, leave comments. This for entertainment purposes only for YouTube. If it's resonating with you, leave some type of comment and let me know. Some kind of confirmation. Okay? It's something of. Somebody has like a title. Like you have some type of title. Saying rest. I watched this thing last night about fucking how everything is connected to Baal. Like Baal. Baal. It's in all of our, it's in almost all our language and all kinds of crap. I don't know why that just struck me, something about Baal. So y'all take what resonates. 3, 7. All this crap up is these damn AIs and all these people. July 23rd. You really, 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 really need to keep your thoughts on positive things. Divided and minus. There's something negative here. Negative thoughts, negative, it says help. 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 Equal rock. Judgment. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I'll use the restroom. There's only like 3 vowels out there. Something suggest something. Suggest help. Suggest work. Suggest work. Judgment. Just saying something. Hold on. Help. Help. Kim? No, there's no I. Help. Jessica? Help Jess. It says MK Ultra out here. No A. Suggestions. These are like keywords that trigger. CD. I don't have it 3 vowels, y'all. This is my vowels right here. Would jester. Would jester or jester? Guest. Guess. Guess who? Guess who? Lord. Lord. Guess who? Lord. JK. Let's see. Stole wrong. Stole wrong. Is there an N? No, there's no N. It ain't wrong. This is something about wrote these. Lust. Wrote clues. Something about a cloud. A route. Routed cloud. Something getting hacked. It says something about a hero. Hero out. It says Herod. Somebody's got clout. Must. Something adjust or just her. Just her. Just her world. Her world. He just world. Kiss. No, there's no I. Justice. There's no I. Just must put up. Put up. Put up to. Someone was put up to something. Put up to. Sword. Gossip to saying something. The sword. The sword up. Put the sword up. Slump, clump. Cup. The true love. Okay, we got 3 Ks. The KKK. Someone is. Look, it says JK. Muscles. Powers. Muscles, powers. The sword, muscles, powers. Slow down. Slower. Superhero. Somebody is special. I'm telling you. Saying something about a superhero. Hero. Superhero. Jumper. Someone a time jumper. They jump timeline. Someone sits with their feet, one in this realm and one in the other one. Like someone is able to do that. I talked about this before, okay? It says show how. Lessons. Lesson. Show how. I don't know. It's saying Gretel, like Hansel and Gretel. Less mess. Score me some drugs. Somebody's trying to score on some drugs. Score me some drugs. To say something about a school, a scholar, scholarship. Something took the scholarship. Spew. They went. Oh, they was. They went west. Cold, cold. Group, cold group. Groups. Sold, sold. Most, sold most. Stew. I don't know why it's saying stew. It says test me. Test me. It says home. Somebody sold their home. Looks like they moved to a motel. It says modest. Modest cult. Okay, if you say so. This is a bad group. They're going to get caught. I don't know why. It keeps talking about Jews. Jews stood, stole most. Dump out drugs. Dump out drugs. What I said. Dump out drugs. Scott. Come on. Jonathan Scott. Janelle. Missile. Draw. Drew up some type of plan. Cost me new, or cost me soul. Cost somebody their soul. Cut up. Pure cloth. I don't know. Stole pure cloth. Stole pure cloth. What does that mean? Words. Superhero. It says press up, press. Something about a mouth, press mouth, depress mouth, TLC. Someone's sad. It says something about someone was joking. Well, I don't care. It says something about Ross. Puking. Somebody puking. Somebody getting caught. They know they're getting caught. TLC. THC. Cross. Cross me. Cross me. Put guess. Put guess. Come to the cross. Something about a protector. Merge. Morgue. Morgue. Why does it say morgue? Dues. Someone took dues. Struck. Truck. Somebody was struck by a truck. struck. Go. Truck does. Gross. Something's gross. Gross. Suck. The gross suck. Luck. The gross luck. Luck grows. Are you saying grows? Grows luck. Lose the proud, the crowd. Lose the crowd. Something about proud of you, okay? It says lose the crowd. Plus let's group up. It's saying group up. House and home is out here. So that's all of my vowels. Shut house. It says stupid, but there's no I. It says stupid. Stupid hose. Stupid whore. Someone says somebody's a stupid whore. Whose house? Our house. It says it's our house. Crew. The crew lost. The crew lost. Put up. Who's Junior? Junior. Crowd. Lose the crowd. She wrote. She draw up. She draw up. Shot me. Someone shot me. Hold on. Plus, she shot me. Lost me to drugs. Saying something about somebody's done with drugs or something like that. Crossed me for drugs. Lost me to drugs. I don't know. This looks like you're going to get a message. A text message. Hold us. Use use what? Set up. Something was set up. At a hotel? Old set up. Sold it. Sold old setup. Jump cross. Something about a house had mold in it. Mold. Step up. set up, rest, rest up. Just saying something about somebody's cousin. Regrets. Something was messed up. Your cousin regrets it. Spelt our saying a house. Let me out. Let me out. Something about a group. A group just stole. And then it says proud. Alright, I'm done. There it is. Please. Demo. Someone's got a CD or something like that. Slept out. Something about proud. Proud world. Me. Doubt. Press out. Okay, there it is, y'all. Putting it up. Glossy, gloss. Word. Step. Hold step, hold something. Post. Hold post. Must hold post. Says must hold post. Y'all take that as it resonates. It says help. Help out. Help me out. It says God, G-O-D. It says Lord. God and Lord. It says worst. Worst test. Worst test. Worst. Saying something about worst test. Shut up. Shut our mouth. It says shut our mouth. LED. Leo is out here too. Soul like your soul and soul like alone. SOLE. Both of those are out here. Y'all take that as it resonates. Look at that. Look, I don't know why, but that was making me think of Jelaine Maxwell, and that making me think of Jay-Z. There's somebody JJ involved. Telling y'all take what resonates. These people have just gone over beyond fucking with somebody, and they're gonna get caught for it. I'm telling you. Well, these are the cards I was talking about. Angel therapy. Tell me what collector needs to hear out of this. It says workshops and seminars. You may be running some type of workshop. Okay, tell me what collector needs to know out of the angel therapy cards. Don't need to worry about nothing. You don't need to be worried about nothing. Law of attraction. You don't need to be worried about nothing. It says relationships and activities that you once stop, fool. He's sitting on top of the top of the cabinet up there looking at me with his neck all stretched. He's so goofy. Relationships and activities that once you enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. So make your energy attract what you want. Okay? What else collector need to hear? It says indigo. Look, these are both, this is spiritual, y'all. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. Which is you, collective. You're a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. You're a superhero. Clear yourself. Ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. Bottom of the deck says solar plexus chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. You're an empath. Look. You're being protected by the highest choir of angel, Archangel Michael. He's with you, okay? It says ascended masters are with you. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. You're working very closely with the powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. It says God box. Write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. It's safe for you to be powerful and use your empathic skills. Look, they're asking you, look, because you're very sensitive, they're asking that you to ask the angels. The angels cannot intervene or interfere in your decisions unless you ask them to. Understand that, okay? They're not allowed. That's why we were given free will. Because they're not allowed. Something about 13, y'all. That shit says 1, 3, 3, 13, 13, 13 is what it said. 13 is actually a lucky number. Okay? They're asking you to release. It says, work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you on your purpose. Okay? See, I'll take that as it resonates. That's very, very good right there. Telling you to release, and you're working with Archangel Michael. Law of attraction is you think positive, you stay in a positive, maintain a positive aura, and be specific about what you want to see happening in your life. Okay? And you'll draw that energy to you like a magnet. It says you will get what you sowed. It says using daily activities to release old negativities. It says ages 40 to 45. That could just be significant. It says just roll with it. So funny. Y'all, what does that say? It says rebuild. Look, you're going to get some type of, I don't know where it's coming from, but you're going to get some type of like whole big lump sum of money that's going to be handed to you. Okay? It says go from there. Like, take a leap on yourself. What is it that you want? What is it that you've always wanted? You're going to be able to do all of those things. Okay? It also is telling you to remember to be humble. Okay? Being humble and helping others in these times, because this world is totally changing, y'all. I'm just saying, okay, to be humble and look, I will even help. Listen, I will even help the enemy. I will. if they're in a position or something to that effect. I don't know why, but I do. I just find it because I know what it's like to be in a position that you ask for help and you don't get it. Okay, I know what that's like. Okay, and I don't think anybody should feel that way. I just don't think that people should feel so alone in the world. So if somebody asks me to help them, 9 times out of 10 I help them, because I don't think anybody should feel alone in this world, because I know what it feels like to feel that way. Just saying. Ooh, that's 4 of them? Golly, man. Y'all serious? Opportunities will soon knock at your door. Debt will be wiped clean. Your bills will be paid in full. Your finances are about to change. Take what resonates, y'all. Gave me 4. This one was separate by itself. It says, when you continue to reminisce, replay, or hold on to what you could have been, you continue to hold yourself in that place. Let what was inspire a new way of living, but don't allow it to limit and determine what can be. Step out of the past, learn from it, and step out of the past, okay? It says, don't be afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be scared of embarrassing yourself or appearing soppy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only ever regret not saying it. If you frequently give yourself permission to doodle, wonder, and be totally unproductive, you actually relish such interludes. I can guarantee that your genius, creativity, and product exponentially. And the last one says, what's meant to be yours is already making its way to you. I told you, God has a plan and He has something in place for you. It's coming to you. All you have to do is believe, really, and stay in a high vibration. Because God, if God has something already prepared that you're going to receive it, doesn't matter what form that it comes in, you're still going to get it. Okay? It says, what was never yours is starting to flee from you with time, and it will make up. Let me start that over. It says, what's meant to be yours is already making its way to you. What was never yours is starting to flee from you. With time, it will all make sense. For now, bear the confusion and focus on living fully in the present. Don't let your whole life be, I'll be happy when. Be happy now. This is all telling you just to trust in God, trust in God's plan, trust in the path, trust in yourself. You already know, collective. As long as you don't get in your own way and do something like stupid because of anxiety or doubt or whatever, because you have a tendency to get right to the finish line and then fucking trip and let someone else cross the fucking line. I don't know why you do that, but you do. It's like you're doing it. It's like you're doing it to keep. It's almost like you're doing it to prove that you could do it, but you don't have to. It's like that. But in this case, we're just going to go with the flow, and we're going to do it this time. We're going to do the damn thing, okay? But yeah, it's almost like you do something just to prove that you can do it, but you don't have to. Something to that effect, okay? Alright, y'all take what resonates. Let me read one more verse out of the Bible. And if it resonates with y'all, hit that like button and subscribe. If you get some type of feeling when I say something, that's a sign to you, okay? So yeah, hit the like button to stay golden. Hit the bell notification, y'all. And if you can, get you a bell. Ring that joker. Ring it on a daily basis. Bells have healing frequencies. Okay? Period. And bells are very hard to come by these days, I'm telling you. So, they may be bringing them back. You know that Putin, he built this big gazebo area, like for people to walk and stuff, you know. He put a big bell, and he's got also another little area that's got small bells on it. He's bringing the bell back, okay? Because those bells those big cathedrals and stuff, they didn't have windows in them. All those stained glass windows, those were all open. That was all open areas and stuff. Okay, so the bell resonance could spread out through the land. Okay, for all the people to be healthy and wealthy and wise. Okay, they put the windows in. Started taking all the bells away and that because it was I guess it was making the people too damn smart, too healthy. Okay, they had to have some kind of reason to you know, because it was like healing like scurvy and what is it called? When do people get real sick? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was healing that shit. Okay, anyway, y'all take what resonates. It says 787 Proverbs 15. I'm just going to pick one. It says, the way of the lazy man is like a hedge of thorns, but the way of the upright is a highway. There you go. Don't be lazy. I'm telling you, that's what it picked. It says, the way of the lazy man is like a hedge of a thorn, but the way of the upright is a highway. That's Proverbs 15:19. Y'all, use your own discernment on the. Don't be lazy. You won't get nowhere. Okay? You're actually, if you're lazy, you're a thorn in someone else's side. Just saying. Okay? All right, y'all. Stay shining. I love y'all. I will see you on the flip side.